The world watches. Sean Diddy Combs, the architect of a cultural empire, stands at the center of a storm. This is not about chart-topping hits or business ventures. This is about grave accusations. Allegations of a dark underworld hidden beneath a veneer of glamour. The trial of Sean Combs has begun, and its tremors are felt far beyond the courthouse walls. The air in the Manhattan federal court is thick with anticipation. Each day brings new testimony, fresh scrutiny. For Combs, his legacy, his freedom, everything is on the line. For the alleged victims, this is a long-awaited chance for their stories to be heard. The justice system itself is under a microscope, tasked with navigating a complex web of claims and counterclaims. This trial forces a confrontation with difficult questions about power, consent, and accountability in the highest echelons of influence. The world is listening, waiting for answers. Sean Combs faces a formidable array of federal charges. He is accused of sex trafficking by force. He is accused of transportation to engage in prostitution. He is also charged with racketeering conspiracy. This last charge suggests prosecutors believe Combs was the leader of an organized criminal enterprise, an enterprise they allege that abused, threatened, and coerced women. The indictment details a pattern of alleged exploitation. It speaks of prolonged, drug-fueled sexual encounters, referred to as freak-offs, involving male prostitutes. These are not light accusations. They carry the weight of potential decades behind bars. The government alleges that women were not only coerced into these acts, but were then threatened into silence. In response to these damning allegations, Sean Combs has entered a plea. He has pleaded not guilty to all charges. His defense team, led by attorney Mark Agnifilo, has been resolute. They vehemently deny the accusations put forth by the Southern District of New York. Combs, they state, looks forward to his day in court. This sets the stage for a contentious legal battle, where every piece of evidence, every testimony, will be fiercely contested.
The Sean Diddy Combs sex trafficking trial is reportedly in disarray.
This is Mr. Combs' kingdom. We're all here to serve it.
The prosecution painted a picture of Sean Combs' environment. David James, a former assistant, testified. He described the workings of Bad Boy Entertainment. James recalled a chilling statement. "This is Mr. Combs' kingdom. We're all here to serve it." These words suggested absolute authority. James described a demanding work life. The hours were long, the expectations intense. Combs' security staff allegedly carried weapons. This added to the image of Combs' world. It suggested a state of readiness, perhaps intimidation. The jury must weigh if this was standard for a celebrity or something more sinister. Perhaps the most poignant part of James's testimony involved Cassie Ventura. He recounted a conversation on Combs' Miami Beach dock. Ventura allegedly confided in him.
Man, this lifestyle is crazy. I can't get out. Mr. Combs oversees so much of my life. He controls my music career. He gives me an allowance.
These alleged words from Ventura herself speak directly to the prosecution's theme of control. They suggest a feeling of entrapment, a life dictated by another's will. The prosecution uses such testimonies to build a foundation. They want the jury to see Combs not just as a celebrity, but as someone who allegedly exerted profound and perhaps coercive influence over those around him, particularly women like Cassie Ventura.
A friendship fractured. Kerry Morgan's disturbing account.
The courtroom listened intently as Kerry Morgan, Cassie Ventura's former best friend, testified. Her account was deeply personal and profoundly troubling.
I witnessed alleged assaults on Ventura by Combs. In Hollywood Hills, I saw Combs push Ventura. I'm pretty sure he hit her.
This was just the beginning of a series of disturbing recollections. The bond between Morgan and Ventura, once strong, seemed to have shattered under the weight of these alleged experiences. The testimony painted a grim picture of violence.
In Jamaica, in January 2013, I heard Cassie's guttural, terrifying screams. Then, I saw Combs allegedly dragging her on the floor by her hair. He pulled her down a long hallway from the master bedroom. Later, outside, I saw Combs push Cassie to the ground. She hit her head and developed a really big bump on her forehead. For 20 to 30 seconds, she lay motionless in a loose fetal position.
Morgan also spoke about the aftermath of the infamous 2016 Intercontinental Hotel incident. This was the attack on Ventura captured on surveillance video, a video that shocked the public long before this trial.
I saw Cassie with a black eye after that incident. Combs later came to her apartment, hitting the door with a hammer and yelling. Police arrived, but Cassie refused to cooperate.
The alleged violence was not limited to Ventura.
In 2018 at Cassie's apartment, Combs came up behind me, choked me, and boomeranged a wooden hanger at my head. It hit me behind the right ear, causing marks and a concussion. He was demanding to know who Cassie was cheating on him with. Cassie had locked herself in a bathroom. Later, I received $30,000 from Combs after threatening a lawsuit, and I signed an NDA. Cassie, acting as an intermediary, told me I was milking it. Our friendship ended there.
Under the shadow of fear, Don Richard's bombshell revelations. The prosecution called another witness from Combs' past. Don Richard, a former member of the music groups Danity Kane and Diddy Dirty Money, took the stand. Her testimony added further disturbing accounts of alleged violence and intimidation. I witnessed Combs commit a violent act against Cassie Ventura. I saw him take a swing at Cassie with a frying pan. After that, he kicked her while she was on the ground. This alleged incident, raw and brutal, sent a hush through the courtroom. The day after the frying pan assault, Combs brought me and my bandmate, Kalina Harper, into a recording studio. He locked the door and threatened us to remain silent about what we had seen. He said it would be in our best interests if we didn't say anything. He added a chilling warning. Where he comes from, people go missing if they talk. Richard also testified about Combs carrying firearms. I saw Combs with guns several times, either at the studio or sometimes the club. But I never saw him pull a gun out, wave it, or cock it. The presence of weapons, even if not brandished, could contribute to an atmosphere of intimidation. Her testimony painted a picture of a volatile and potentially perilous work environment. Her words conveyed the emotional toll of these alleged experiences and the difficulty of speaking out.
These homes were found with more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil during
the defense's gambit sowing seeds of doubt.
The defense team, led by Mark Agnifilo and Nicole Westmoreland, actively worked to counter the prosecution's narrative. Their strategy appeared focused on several key areas. They aimed to highlight jealousy as a motive for Combs' alleged violence, rather than coercion for trafficking. They also sought to challenge the credibility of the witnesses. They questioned inconsistencies in their accounts and explored potential ulterior motives for their testimony.
During the cross-examination of Kerry Morgan, I zeroed in on the theme of jealousy. I suggested that Combs' alleged outbursts of violence were driven by suspicion of infidelity.
Agnifilo questioned Morgan about an affirmation about self-love she had sent Combs.
Sometimes it seemed like he did not love himself.
The defense also probed why Morgan hadn't rekindled her friendship with Ventura, perhaps implying lingering issues or unreliability. When Don Richard testified, I challenged her vigorously. I pointed to alleged inconsistencies in Richard's account of the frying pan incident. I cited transcripts where Richard had previously described the event differently. I told it to the best of my recollection and as close as I could get it. Through these lines of questioning, the defense aimed to chip away at the certainty of the witnesses' accounts and present alternative interpretations of their actions and motivations.
They found 1,000 bottles of baby oil in PD.
As the trial of Sean Diddy Combs moves into its next phase, the tension remains palpable. The proceedings on Monday, May 19, 2025, concluded with the testimonies of David James, Kerry Morgan, and Don Richard. Court adjourned just after 3 p.m. ET, but the legal drama is far from over. Prosecutors have already announced who the jury will hear from next. The witness list for Tuesday, May 20, 2025, includes an alleged escort known only as the Punisher. Cassie Ventura's mother is also expected to take the stand. These testimonies could provide further critical insights. The testimony of Cassie Ventura's mother will undoubtedly be emotionally charged. It will offer a different perspective on Cassie's experiences and her relationship with Combs. The appearance of the Punisher hints at the prosecution delving deeper into the allegations of organized sexual encounters. Each new witness adds another piece to the complex puzzle the jury must assemble. The prosecution continues to build its case, brick by brick, aiming to prove the severe charges beyond a reasonable doubt. The defense, in turn, will continue to scrutinize every claim. This trial carries significance far beyond the fate of one man, as the